Hey there, and welcome to a brand new episode of Brewing a Business. I'm your host, Kirby Hossman. We're here at the Hossman Brewing Tap Room, and I am super excited today because I have a brand new guest, Kevin Ely, who is the owner-operator of the Woolly Pig Farm Brewery. Thank you so much for being here, man.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, awesome. I'm really excited about this series because I get a chance to talk to, really bright minds in the brewing industry. And so I just want to start with sort of that 10,000-foot question. So tell me about Woolly Pig Farm Brewery.
Well, thanks for calling me bright, but that's accurate. So, Woolly Pig Farm Brewery, we're a family-run brewery on our family farm. We're in Fresno, Ohio, so it's just kind of on the eastern side of Coshocton County. And what we're doing is we're brewing Bavarian-style lagers, really in the sort of northern Bavarian tradition. And most of our beers are actually very traditional. They're going to be unfiltered, very wholesome, I guess, if you will. And we're excited to be open. We also have our hogs, our woolly pigs, which are Mangalitsa pigs, and they look kind of like sheep right now in the wintertime. They're pretty fuzzy and pretty fun, but we're raising those as well.
That's cool. And for those who haven't had a chance to see the woolly pigs, they are super cool. And once you see them, you talk about them for sure. So you talked about some of your beer, but what's your favorite beer to brew? Is that like naming a favorite child? Or
No. I definitely have favorites, and I've brewed a lot of English-style beers I like in the past, but my passion's always been with a lot of the German-style traditional beers, a lot of the traditional German lagers. And so I've traveled a lot in Bavaria, especially northern Bavaria, Franconia, and around the area of Bamberg. And so in those areas, the Bavarian Helles golden lager is very, very common, very popular, and one of my favorite beers. The northern German-style Pilsner is another beer I really like. And also in sort of central Germany, northern Bavaria, you also have a lot of Schwarzbier, black lagers, which they're kind of like the Pilsner of dark beers, if you will. So they're a very approachable dark beer. But I think my favorite is actually the Rauch beer. And so it's very important to pronounce it Rauch and not Rausch.
Okay. Good to know.
Things that Rausch means to have so much fun that you get sick.
Okay. So you don't want to do that.
Rauch is smoked, or to smoke. So these are smoked beers. So these are malts that have been smoked over beechwood fires. And so they have a little bit of a subtle smoky character. And when you brew with them, that comes through. And they're very rich and lightly smoky beer. Oftentimes you would do like a Bock beer or maybe a Meritzen, so something that has a good malt background to support this smoky characteristic. And there's probably not a better beer in the world to pair with a lot of foods, especially like barbecue and stuff like that.
Oh man.
And so, and grilled sausages and things along those lines. And so I think it's a great beer for this time of year, and also just for, in general, for...
I'm anxious to try that. That's for sure. I'll have to come by and get one of those. So, what's been? And again, I know you and I both we're pretty new, right? As brewers,
Sure,
and not brewers, but breweries. What's been your biggest challenge so far in the brewing business?
Well, in getting to opening, there was one particular challenge, and that was just our equipment. Fabricator supplier was way behind schedule. Basically. We were promised 6 months, and it took more, 12 months. And
wow.
Then in addition to that, there was what was delivered wasn't what was contracted. So, and then they went out of business. So then it was up to us to just finish building the brew houses and all the vessels and the equipment, and which was a challenge that I actually ended up really enjoying. It was very taxing and time consuming, and took a lot of effort, but it's pretty fantastic. I mean, it really allowed me to apply a lot of skills I've acquired over my career and knowledge to really put it to use, and it was fun.
You know, it's funny. I think in business, people think that it's, you know, the trajectory goes like this, and I think, you know, it does a lot of this to get to open, to get to success. And so, I always like to talk about challenges. But okay, so let's spin it forward on positive. So, what's your favorite part of the brewing business?
Yeah, well, in transitioning kind of from challenge to favorite, you know, my family, this is a family business and we have lots of family members involved, and so that's a big challenge, but it's also one of my favorite things as well. I have lots of great family members that are very creative minds and very just talented people, and so it's great to work with them on a daily basis.
That's cool.
And aside from that, it just, you know, the industry in general is just a very, there's a lot of great people that are trying to do a lot of great authentic and fun things, and it's a engaging and exciting industry.
Yeah, no, I think you're exactly right. That's one of the things that struck me, is that people were so willing within the industry to help as you get started, and you were one of those people, so I appreciate that. So the question I'm going to spring on you, the one I didn't give you in advance, was what, you've been in the brewing business for a while, but what surprised you, like whether it's been recent or overall?
Yeah, surprising is, there's small things that are surprising all the time. But I think one thing is that particularly geared towards just the industry is that, there's competition. This is a long term. This isn't something that's just surprised me recently. This has been over my whole career in the brewing industry. Is that there's direct competition where we're in the same market, but at the same time we're working together hand in hand. And I've seen that in multiple industries, be it when I was brewing in California or when I was in Utah or in any industry, any segment of the industry I've been in. It's been very open, and so it's just great to have open support pretty much universally.
Yeah. So. No, that's actually, I love that you brought that up, because quite frankly, it's the elephant in the room sometimes, I think, with what we're doing here. I mean, people see that, people are always asking me, what's going on with your competitor? And I'm like, I really don't view it that way. And I think that's indicative of this program, is that we want to share platforms and sort of promote each other, because we both win when that happens. So thank you so much for taking the time.
Yeah.
And good luck, my man.
Thanks.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of Brewing a Business. We'll see you next time.